everyone, it's Michelle. Welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea. Hope everyone is having a lovely weekend so far. We had a major thunderstorm here in Texas. We had hail and I ended up losing my power for 2 hours, but luckily it came back on. So now I can actually work on some YouTube videos for you guys. But we have a lot of juicy royal tea to get through today. So we're just going to go ahead and dive right in. And you guys, you know what to do. Grab yourself a beverage and let's get into the Royal Daily Tea. So today marks the 12th wedding anniversary for Kate and William. So happy anniversary to the Prince and Princess of Wales. And in commemoration of their 12th wedding anniversary, they shared a lovely photograph on their joint Instagram page that simply said 12 years with a heart. This is such an adorable and simple photograph. I love the way that Catherine and William are so natural that they don't feel the need to over-publicize public affection the way that other people do. They're just very natural in the way that they're together. They've been together for 20 years. 8 years of dating and 12 years of marriage. Now, the photograph was taken by photographer Matt Portis last year when they were riding their bikes in the Norfolk countryside. I think it's an adorable photo, and to me it just showcases the fact they're happy and they're comfortable with one another, and they really have a very deep affection for each other and a really good marriage foundation. So happy anniversary to William and Catherine. So we have another royal wedding. Princess Alexandra of Luxembourg marries her husband, Nicholas Valgary, for the second time, but this time in a very lavish and private religious ceremony. Now, last week, the happy couple married in a civil ceremony, and today in the south of France was their religious ceremony. Now, she looks absolutely stunning. Now, her dress was very intricate and very unique. The bodice had a lot of pleated detailing, and it has a full train, and it looks like her veil was also very long and decorated with some beads and pearlescent embellishments, very much on trend, and an absolutely beautiful wedding gown. Now, of course, the most interesting part of her wedding attire was her wedding day tiara. She opted for the Chamotte choker tiara, which can also be worn as a choker and also can be worn with some beautiful pearl additions to the choker. Now, this tiara has been in her family for over 3 generations. Now, I think she looks absolutely stunning in the diamond version. However, back in 2012, her mother, the Grand Duchess Maria Theresa, wore the same tiara, but she wore the pearl accents. Now, in my opinion, the pearl toppers are beautiful. I think that would have been stunning with her wedding dress. However, she chose just to wear the diamond version of the tiara. So congratulations to the happy couple. Well, we have some new royal portraits. Buckingham Palace just released 3 brand new photographs of the King and Queen just ahead of the coronation. Now, taken in the blue drawing room last month, one shows the couple standing side by side in front of a portrait of King George V, painted shortly after his coronation in June of 1911. Charles is dressed in a blue Anderson and shepherd suit with a blue tie and a white Turnbull and Asser shirt. I think Camilla and Charles always look exceptional in blue. Camilla is wearing a blue wool crepe coat dress from a British designer, Fiona Clare, the late Queen's pearl drop earring set, which is adorned with sapphire and ruby gemstones, and a pearl necklace from her private collection. The 2 other photographs show Charles and Camilla seated individually. They look absolutely stunning, you guys. I'm getting so excited for the coronation. They definitely look more regal and like a king and queen. So I am very excited, guys. The coronation is just around the corner. Well, they say revenge is best served hot. Apparently, there's going to be some more royal tea being dropped this weekend, but it's now coming from the estranged family of Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle's estranged father, half-sister, and half-brother will take part in a very explosive interview happening on Sunday. So on Sunday, April 30th, Australia's Channel 7 is going to broadcast the family's, quote, last ever interview, where they're pretty much going to lay it all out on the table. Now, in my opinion, they have a right to do so, whether you like the Markles or not. This is a family who was brought into the public world, whether they wanted to be a part of it or not. Meghan has dragged her family, has been unkind, has dumped her own father, who suffered a life-altering stroke. You know, the princess of kindness herself, the woman who doesn't hold a grudge or live in the past, can't even pick up the phone to call her daddy to make sure he's doing okay. In my opinion, that's a very cold-hearted person, but nonetheless, they're going to have their say. And apparently there's going to be some huge bombshells, so you best believe I'm going to be tuning in to watch it. Now, apparently there's a YouTube channel that you can tune in to see it if you're not in Australia. So if I get any details, I will definitely drop it for you guys in the comments below. And I know there's going to be some flying plates in Montecito. So it looks like Prince William is set to star in a brand new documentary that's going to have Meghan and Harry quaking in their boots. That's right, the prince will give viewers a glimpse into his daily life and that of his family. I'm super excited about this, you guys. So Prince William is set to star in his own fly-on-the-wall documentary series. I'm absolutely loving this. ITV has just announced that the 40-year-old heir to the throne has struck a deal with the broadcaster to film him launching a homelessness campaign, as well as attending nationwide public engagements. The Sun reports that the programming will also shine a very authentic light onto the lives of the Prince of Wales and his family. Can you just imagine the ratings on this? It is widely expected that the show will strike a different tone than Harry and Meghan's tell-all reality show. ITV bosses are anticipating good ratings when the show airs this summer, with the possibility of follow-up installments. Wouldn't you just love them to have a wonderful, like, reality, wholesome show, Home with the Waleses, just to kind of see a little bit behind the scenes? Could you just imagine the plates flying in Montecito with Harry and Meghan if William and Catherine came out with a docu-series as working royals that was positive and really, you know, made them into the hearts of the people? Could you just imagine how angry Megsy would be? Now, a TV insider described the move as, quote, pretty extraordinary. They said generally access to senior royals is very limited and totally controlled, but William clearly wants to change that. In my opinion, William and Catherine are going to modernize the royal family. They're going to bring people more closer to them. Like when you see them out and about, they take selfies with people. They talk to people on the phone. They're much more accessible to the people. You know, the Queen always talked about she had to be visible to the people. And I like the fact that Catherine or William are taking a more modern, casual approach, a more hands-on approach. They're taking selfies with people. They're answering people's phones. They're interacting with people on social media, because that is the future. People don't want to watch royals behind the plexiglass. That is from an era that has gone away. In order for the royals to remain relevant, they have to be seen, they have to be heard. They need to actually step up their royal engagements, because they have fallen by the wayside since COVID. And a lot of people were criticizing William and Catherine because they haven't done as many royal duties as they have in the past. So I believe we're going to see a lot more of William and Catherine in the public, because I remember as a child, Princess Diana was just everywhere. Every ribbon cutting, she was out with the people. And I believe William and Catherine are definitely following in his mother's footsteps. Even Charles and Camilla are more with the crowd than they used to be, because people want their royals to be relatable. In order for them to have a relationship with the younger crowd, they have to be on social media. They have to take the selfies. They got to be on the camera. They have to be visible to be seen relevant. And so in my opinion, I love the fact he's willing to have a kind of, docu-series. Of course, it's going to be very scripted, but I would love to be able to see a little bit behind their day-to-day life with Catherine and the kids. That would be amazing. And I think it would do a really good boost for the royal family because they need to reach the younger generation. They have a big problem with having people under the age of 35 are not fans of the royals. A lot of them tend to be for the Republic or with Harry and Meghan. So for them to kind of be more modern and more approachable with the people, it's going to help the future generations of the royal family, especially for Prince George. So I love the fact that William is not afraid to embrace change. He's taking a chance, and it's never been done before, and I love it. And I know Harry and Meghan are going to be so pissed, but oh my God, could you just imagine the Waleses reality show? Like, what? That's going to be amazing. And I think it's going to help highlight his work. It's going to bring attention to them. And of course, the people are going to love it. So they haven't released the date, but supposedly it's coming to ITV this summer that we're going to see a little bit of the Waleses in a reality TV. So Meghan Markle, y'all, is playing with the big league now. She has signed a brand new contract with the Hollywood power agency William Morris Endeavor. They're a huge A-list talent agency. They work with people like Serena Williams and The Rock. Now, we all know that Meghan Markle had mentioned that she wants to get into rom-coms, probably more of like a producer behind the scenes. She definitely will not be acting. As she had mentioned in the Cut interview that she doesn't see herself getting back into acting, but her and Archewell want to expand into rom-coms. Now, WEM will represent Archewell, Markle, and Prince Harry's content creation label and will work with the Duchess on film and television production, brand partnerships, and overall business building. All I gotta say to you, William Morris, is good luck. Good luck. Now, we all know that Meghan Markle has hired high-powered companies before. Believe she worked with Michelle Obama's PR agency, and let's just say they didn't do her any favors. I mean, she spends a lot of money with all these high-powered experts, but in my opinion, they haven't really helped Harry and Meghan that much. Now, we all know Hollywood is a very interesting and very competitive town. Just because you get signed to an agency doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get work, and it takes months and years to produce television and film. And let's be honest, Meghan Markle's reputation is not as great as she thinks it is. As I mentioned in my previous video, you had people like Mia Farrow saying, "I'm sick of Harry and Meghan." I really believe there's a lot of people in Hollywood who are sick of Harry and Meghan, but they're all afraid to speak out because they all know they're going to get annihilated. But I don't think Meghan is going to be the big Hollywood mover and shaker. Even though she has this agency, she doesn't have any talent. She has no experience, even as a producer and a writer. For one, she hasn't really produced anything. Pearl is in the toilet. The only thing she might have got a producer credit for was the Live to Lead, which they just signed their name at the end of a finished project that didn't do very well, by the way. And then they had the whole docu-series with Harry and Meghan slam on his family. I mean, yeah, it got good ratings in the beginning, but really they're just sitting on the couch complaining, playing the professional victim. And they had a professional director, Liz Garbus, is the one who did all the work. And then they threw her under the bus, right? She has her Archetype podcast with 28 people who did the heavy lifting. Even they have jumped ship with Rebecca Soninus, her producer, kind of throwing Meghan under the bus, saying, "I'm the one who did all the work, y'all." Then they had the Invictus Games, Where the hell is their Invictus Games that they filmed last year? It's been a year, you guys, and nothing. Not on Netflix. They're about to go to Dusseldorf, Germany in September, and they still have not released the Netflix Invictus Games from last year. These two don't know how to produce anything creatively. Good luck. That's all I got to say to William Morris is good luck, sir. You're gonna need it. I can't imagine what kind of rom-com projects they're going to have with Howie and Megzy, because we all know Megzy likes to bottleneck progress. Pearl died. You know, that thing took a year and a half and it never went anywhere. And there was rumors that there was a lot of problems behind the scenes. So it's going to be interesting to see the rom-coms that they're going to come out with. So Meghan last year, when she had an interview, said, so much of how my husband and I see things is through our love story. Aw, her love story. I think that's what people around the world connected to, especially our wedding. Aw, people love love. You know, the fake story she keeps peddling. I'm not excluded in that sentiment. For scripted, we want to think about how we can evolve from that same space and do something fun, because Meghan, you're so fun. It doesn't always have to be so serious. You mean you don't always have to play the martyr and the victim and accuse people of false racism? Aw, we can't wait to see you play Julia Roberts. Like a good rom-com. Don't we miss those? I miss those so much. Aw, yeah, because Meghan, she looks like a rom-com type of chick. So basically, it's going to be very interesting to see what they're going to pull out of their hat. But in my opinion, I don't see a whole lot happening. Maybe she'll get her name as a producer somewhere on some movie that maybe Tyler Perry, Daddy Warbucks throws her way. Who knows? But I don't see a lot of success here. And if, again, successful, I think it's going to be because of other people, not necessarily because of Meghan. And in my opinion, her name doesn't lead anything positive to a project. Maybe a very obscure project with no other big names that they need to have somebody who's infamous. She'll definitely help bring attention by putting her name to it. But when it comes to the real Hollywood A-listers, nobody's going to want Meghan Markle on their project, in my opinion. So I say good luck to you, sir. But we've all been down this road before. It doesn't matter how much you polish a turd. At the end of the day, sweetheart, it's still a turd. It's still Meghan Markle. People have tried to make Harry and Meghan into something, and they've all failed, because Meghan and Harry are their own worst enemies. And like I said, you can polish a turd as much as you want, sweetheart. It's always going to be a turd. So good luck. But I really don't think she's going to get these huge multi-million-dollar deals right away, and it takes months and years to get projects off the ground. So we'll have to see what happens with her new megabuck deal with this agency. But that's all the royal news that I have for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think. Leave me your comments, guys, down below. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye, guys.